This is the Middleearth philosopher, and this is going to sound like something straight out of a David Lynch movie or the Twilight Zone, but what if all the stories we know of in Tolkien's Legendarium, from the creation of Arda to the fall of Sauron and the following Fourth Age, is actually an alternate timeline? So, hear me out. It was a thought that came to me while watching another series on Netflix, and the reasoning for this question actually comes from the lore, despite the inspiration. Consider that when Uru and the Annuar sang up the Great Plan, Melkor and his hosts altered it. Uru then rebuked him and said that anything he tried to add to it would just further turn to his glory. Yet, the fact still remained that the plan was altered. Melkor and his crew adding discord to the creation song was not in the original blueprint of Middle-earth. Also, too, consider that through various specific points in the Silmarillion, the author points out options that could have been. What ifs, if you will. If Fëanor had given the Silmarils when the Valar had asked. If the Valar had decided not to bring the Elves to Valinor. If the Beleriand alliance had actually succeeded during the Battle of Unnumbered Tears, were they not betrayed by the Easterlings, and so on. All of these key points in time where fate, if you will, could have or would have been swayed the other way. But it would all fundamentally start from the discord of the creation song. Now, I love sci-fi and I love science theories. And one popular one that's been gaining traction the last decade or so has been the idea of the multiverse or multiple universes. That every possibility that could occur does occur, but in an alternate universe where that choice was actually made, or that option happened. Now, canon-wise, the Legendarium is riddled with these kind of holes, especially during the Primordial Age and the First Age. Key decisions were being made by players both large and small that, it is said, could alter the course of events one way or the other. Yet they all revolve around one central pillar, that the original plan of Arda, the one that Uru and all the good guy Annuar had sung out, was not put into practice. Even Elmarin, the first Middle-earth version, which I talk about in another video, and referred to as the Eden of the Legendarium, would have been an imperfect creation because of the prior choices of Melkor and his crew. If the multiverse theory was applied here, in Tolkien's universe, then what would the original plan had looked like if Melkor had not chosen to disrupt the song? Or even if Uru had chosen to just eliminate that faction altogether from the get-go and then repair the song back to its original form that was sung before Melkor screwed it up. It's not as crazy as you might think.
What? What the fuck?
Tolkien even toyed with these sci-fi ideas in his unfinished works, The Lost Road, and the Notion Club Papers. Narratives that explore the idea or possibility of time travel from the 20th century back to those early ages of Middle-earth of the Legendarium via mental projection, or if you're a comic book nerd like myself, astral projection. Back when Tolkien was still trying to link his stories as a ancient history to the real world rather than as just high fantasy stories. So there's definitely room for speculation, I think, and even some fan fiction if you want to explore these kind of possibilities. If any of you have any ideas about that, I would be interested in hearing them and what your stories might be. Anyhow, this is the Middleearth Philosopher. Thanks for hearing me out. Have a good day.